to lose the American. But this low, with fog obscuring the ground, the slightest error would be fatal. The MiG pilot yanks the stick back. Kassler follows him through the dangerous maneuver, firing bursts the whole way.
So I just getting ready to pull the trigger again, and he went splat and hit the mud.
A geyser of mud and water explodes into the air. Startled, Kassler chops power, pops his speed brakes, and buries the stick in his gut.
I just thought I'd buck for him, really. I was pretty close to him when he splatted.
The Sabre shudders as he clears the column of mud.
Kassler has got a guardian angel on his shoulder. He got lucky and pulled out, and the MiG did not get lucky.
Kassler returns to base at Kimpo. The maneuvering kill makes him an ace.
I don't think I cleared the mud more than 10 feet. For that mud to splash that high and me run into it, I got awful close.
The mud, caked to the bottom of his F-86, is a grim reminder of how close he came to death. In the Korean conflict, as in World War II, the need to maneuver in close and maintain airspeed would always draw dogfights down toward the ground. With the appearance of air-to-air missiles in the 1960s, dogfights at any height, let alone hugging the ground, were supposed to be relegated to history. But Vietnam would prove otherwise. May 20th, 1967. 8 F-4 Phantoms of the 8th Tactical Fighter Wing thunder into the hostile skies of North Vietnam. Wing Commander Colonel Robin Olds leads the mission. Olds is the quintessential fighter pilot, a double ace with 12 kills in World War II, and another 2 so far in Vietnam.
I was going up the Gulf of Tonkin and talked to the kid in the back seat. Said we're going to go into the Northeast Railroad, and I think today's going to be a big day. Sure as hell was.
Olds' backseater is 25-year-old Lieutenant Steve Croker.
I felt very confident. First of all, Robin Olds was an incredibly capable airman. I mean, not just by reputation, but you could tell right away by flying with him that the guy had great hands and this great visual situational awareness.
The Phantoms escort a strike package of F-105 Thunder Chiefs, or Thuds. Olds and his men are perched 3,000 feet above them. Suddenly, 15 miles from the target, the telltale flash of metal. Olds and Croker are here, above the fighter bombers. 8 MiGs are here, at 8 o'clock. Another 8 MiGs are here, at 2 o'clock. The North Vietnamese are attempting a classic pincer move. Olds will lead one flight towards the MiGs at 2 o'clock. He orders the other flight of Phantoms towards the MiGs at 8 o'clock. Olds' flight of 4 bores in on the formation of MiGs.
About the time we were breaking into the MiGs, the first Thuds that had hit the rail yard had broken. The ones on the northern target had broken off and made a right-hand turn and were literally coming back through our formation.
The Phantoms roar through the 105s. Olds yanks back on the stick to avoid a mid-air collision. The sudden maneuver takes Croker by surprise.
I literally got pressed down onto my knees, so I was bent forward because the G-force was so high. I wasn't really prepared for it. I didn't have my shoulder harness locked, because if you locked your shoulder harness, you couldn't really look.
The near collision has disrupted Olds' attack. their horror, MiGs are now behind them. The Americans break, but the lead MiG centers his sights on Olds and Croker's wingman, Dick Van Loan.
You could see the shells coming over the cockpit, and I was talking to Colonel Olds the whole time, telling him he's still back there shooting at us.
23mm projectiles rip through Van Loan's Phantom. The F-4 can't take the punishment. Both crewmen punch out. For the first time in Robin Olds' combat career, a wingman won't be coming home. He can't dwell on the loss. There are more MiGs, and they've tasted blood. May 20th, 1967. Robin Olds and backseater Steve Croker have just lost a wingman. Now a MiG is at their 6 o'clock.
I had flown about 80 missions in North Vietnam, but I had never encountered anything of that magnitude. We've been shot at by SAM, shot at by AAA, shot at by airplanes, but never a large force-on-force engagement.
Olds quickly rolls into a diving left turn and punches the throttles. The big Phantom sprints out of cannon range, leaving the MiG behind. Within seconds, Olds tallies another MiG-17 off the nose. Olds is in perfect position for a radar-guided Sparrow missile shot.
He called and said, "There's somebody right in front of us, lock it on, lock it on."
Croker readies the missiles, peering into the hood of the radar scope. Lock on. Olds pushes the button, ripple firing 2 AIM-7 Sparrows. The first missile is a dud. But the second fires straight and true at 4 times the speed of sound. Olds and Croker roar past the wreckage, but suddenly tracers flash around Olds' canopy. More MiGs on his 6. He brakes hard left. The MiGs can outturn the heavier F-4 and start to pull lead. Olds knows he can't win this fight. He levels the wings, then pulls vertically. The Phantom's twin engines leave the MiGs in the dust. The North Vietnamese bug out, heading for the sanctuary of nearby Kep Air Base. They'll form 2 rotating circles called wagon wheels just over the airbase. They're hoping to lure the Americans into a turning fight down on the deck where the MiG-17 excels.
What they would do is fly over their airdrome periodically and then off to one side. The other guys would fly over the airdrome and off to the other side, and they had mutual protection.
Olds' flight